Welcome, everyone, to session 5 of this Wisdom Talk series I'm doing about encountering the narcissist. And in this session, I will be taking a little more in-depth look at why I believe the narcissist devalues us and will ultimately discard us. So when the narcissist can no longer reach that peak of excitement or whatever it might be that they were expecting to get from us, which, by the way, will always be some unrealistic expectation of us. And this expectation might be, for instance, that we're going to make them happier than they have ever been before in their lives, and that we're going to be able to maintain that with them over time with no changes, peaks, or valleys at all. And so when they start to see that this is not going to happen, and when they see any imperfections in us, it reminds them that we are human. And for a narcissist, being human is not acceptable. So this causes them to become disillusioned with us. And to add injury to this insult for a narcissist, they will see that we're doing just fine. And in fact, we might even at this earlier stage in the relationship with them, before they have become really abusive, we might be quite happy and content. So this is unfortunately the point where the narcissist will start to envy our happiness and our contentment. And sadly, they will then begin to feel that it's time to knock us down or take us down a peg or two. And so as irrational as this might sound at this stage or point in a relationship with a narcissist, they will actually feel very offended and injured by our happiness. And so this is when I believe they will then begin to devalue us by tearing us down, and this is so that they can feel better about themselves. And this is often when, very much to our shock and surprise, we begin to experience the narcissist suddenly finding fault with us. And this can be very surprising and confusing to us when it first starts to happen, because it can seem like it's coming out of nowhere. They might be passive-aggressive at this point and begin to criticize us in such a way that it's really quite confusing, because they may not overtly come at us, but they may, under the guise of being helpful, for instance, start to suggest that we change things about ourselves. It could be our appearance or perhaps who our friends are, but the underlying motive here will be to tear us down and to undermine our confidence in ourselves. So whether we fully realize it or not at this point, because again, it may start out more subtly at first, this is the beginning of the devaluation of us by the narcissist. And from this point on with the narcissist, there will then be these cycles where they might give us a little bit of a valuation or a boost again here and there just to keep us going. But we will quickly be brought back to devaluation until finally these cycles of devaluation will sadly become more and more severe as time goes on, until it finally leads up to the time when we will either manage to escape the narcissist or the narcissist will discard us. But right before this happens, the narcissist will probably unleash the most severe level of attack on us that we have ever experienced from them before. And at this point, the narcissist will have devalued us fully, and they are fully ready to discard us because they have actually already moved on to what they perceive to be greener or better pastures. They may even brazenly tell us at this point that we tricked them into getting in relationship with us by presenting to them a false version of ourselves. And this is ironic to me because, of course, the narcissist is actually the one who presented their mask to us at the start of our relationship with them. And usually after the narcissist discards us, they are most likely not going to go into a situation with someone else that is greener or better at all. And it will only have been their delusional concept of themselves as godlike and superior that will lead them into future situations that are very likely going to be more like fantasy than reality. So I think I will go ahead and wrap up this session 5 right here. And in the next session, session 6, I will be talking about how we can begin to recover after we have been in a relationship with a narcissist. So I will see you in the next video.